And today we're going to mash up minestre, or beans and greens, with one of my husband's major food groups, Italian sausage. So we started, and we're going to add some pasta. We're basically turning it into a pasta supper. So I started with really good quality, very little fat in it at all, from a nice Italian store called Buon Italia here in the city. Some nice sweet Italian sausage with lots of fennel seed. If the Italian sausage in your grocery store doesn't have fennel, as it browns up, just sprinkle a little fennel seed into it. So I have a nice fennel sausage browned up in olive oil. Take it out of the pan and just let that drain a little bit to give us some room in the pan to cook up one onion and some garlic. Once the onion and garlic get soft, add a good half a cup of white wine. We'll let the white wine cook out a little bit while we drop our rigatoni. A very quick cooking meal. 1 pound of rigatoni in about 6 to 8 quarts of water. You want a lot of rolling boil pasta water. And essential, especially with dry pasta, to liberally salt your water. It should taste like seawater. Literally seawater. Not kidding. This should taste like seawater. It's the only chance you get to flavor the pasta itself. And before you drain dried pasta, you reserve like a half a mug or 3/4 of a cup or so of the starchy, salty water, and that's what marries pasta to sauce. So it's essential that you flavor that. Think of it as a giant pot of soup. You need a lot of salt to make the big boiling vat of hot water taste good. So we're seasoning that is what we're doing. So you drop your Riggies in, is what upstate New Yorkers call them. We drop our Riggies in, and we've added our wine. Once the wine reduces by half, we're going to add about an equal amount of chicken stock. So we're making a very little amount of beans and greens soup and then throwing the sausage in and tossing it with the pasta, basically. Now we're going to add in 1 can of cannellini beans and a lot of rosemary. I put in a good 2-3 sprigs of rosemary and just run your knife through it. And anytime you use dark leafy greens, in this case escarole, you add nutmeg. Nutmeg goes traditionally into any white-based sauce like bechamel or when you're making a mac and cheese. Anything that's made with cream usually gets nutmeg. But definitely anytime you use kale, spinach, escarole, or chard, it really highlights the flavor of any of those dark leafy greens we're all trying to eat more of because they're so good for us. Tons of rosemary, pepper. Wait to salt until the end because you have the sausage in there. And then your escarole, I bring it home, I fill the sink with water for all of my greens, trim them up, throw them in the sink and give them a twist and all the grit will fall to the bottom. Dry them very well. And then you're going to wilt the greens into the pan, piano piano, or little by little, or step by step. A little bit of grated nutmeg. We're adding back our crispy Italian sausage to our greens and beans. I just saved about a half a mug of our salty, starchy cooking water from cooking up our dried pasta, in this case, rigatoni regate with lines. We're going to drain that off. Give it a little shake. Now here is how you marry pasta to any sauce. The pasta goes into the pan with the sauce. You add the starchy water. It's important to pull the pasta 1 minute before the suggested cooking time for al dente or to the bite, because as the sauce marries with the pasta, it's continuing to cook, of course. So now we're going to turn the sauce into an emulsified product that'll stick better to the pasta itself. So to do that, we have the starchy cooking water, we have lots of grated Parmigiano or Romano cheese, and very good finishing olive oil. You marry all of that together in the skillet, and this is how we coat pasta with sauce. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever serve a bowl of naked pasta and plop some junk on top of it. Only 1 or 2 bites will taste good. It drives me crazy. Even pasta sauces will show a bowl of naked spaghetti. It's naked with a little blob of sauce in the middle. You want it to all taste good, right? So, marry it.